Evidence exists, however, of the catalytic and multiple benefits of investing in environmental quality in terms of development, poverty reduction, resource security, reduced inequities, and reduced risks to human health and well-being. Benefits from eliminating lead in gasoline on a global scale have been estimated at $2.45 trillion per year, or 4% of the global gross domestic product, preventing an estimated 1 million premature deaths per year. Implementing proven, cost-effective measures to reduce emissions of short-lived climate pollutants such as black carbon and methane are expected not only to reduce global warming by 0.5 degrees Celsius by the middle of the century, but also to save 2.4 million lives a year from reduced air pollution by 2030.
Okay, we still have systemic pollution everywhere. You can go to the middle of the Indian Ocean, to the Chagos Islands, the furthest bit of land away from anywhere. And I've been there on expeditions. You still can find microplastics, you can find pesticides in the water. Yes, in small quantities, but you're 4,000 miles away from the nearest land, and we're still picking it up. Okay, so there is nowhere on the planet where you will not now be exposed to some form of toxics. So we want to detoxify. We want to decarbonize. This is the whole story of Paris. But decarbonisation also means giving clean fuel, giving clean energy, putting clean cook stoves, and so on and so forth. We want to decouple. We want to use fewer resources to achieve the same outcomes and to link that to well-being. And finally, we want to enhance resilience in ecosystems, because if we have healthy ecosystems, we know for a fact that we will have much healthier people on the planet. And there'll be a room and a possibility for all 9 billion of us to actually live cohesively without coming down with massive degradation and eventually systemic diseases.
The World Health Organization estimates that investments in preventative workplace health programs of around $18 to $60 per worker can reduce sick leave absences by 27%, and that the return on investment in water and sanitation services is between $5 and $28 in developing countries. Protecting the environment and investing in the protection, conservation, and restoration of biodiversity and ecosystems can provide a platform and tools to improve human health and well-being, including that of women and girls who, facing persistent inequalities, are disproportionately affected by damages to the environment and the ecosystem, and is key to successfully meeting the Sustainable Development Goals and targets. The connection between green investments and public health is mutually reinforcing. On the one hand, green investment in major economic sectors reduces carbon emissions and pollution by enhancing energy and resource use efficiency, therefore improving human well-being and public health. Investing in the protection, conservation, and restoration of ecosystems as what is known as green infrastructure is also beneficial because terrestrial and inland water ecosystems contribute to the regulation of the quantity, quality, and supply of fresh water and of flood regulation. Moreover, ecosystems such as mangroves, sand dunes, and wetlands contribute to reducing disaster risk associated with cyclones and floods. On the other hand, improved health reinforces economic growth and acts as an engine for transitioning towards poverty eradication and sustainable development.
If you tackle environmental issues, you really can tackle a lot of health issues upstream. And so it really is about the cost of inaction and the cost of action. If you invest, for example, if you really look at our CFCs, the Montreal Protocol, you can have, as we currently sit, 1.8, nearly $2 trillion worth in global health benefits. And this is about the avoided damages coming to the humans. If you then add to that agriculture, fisheries, and the materials over the last sort of 50, 60 years, you will see tremendous benefits there. So the cost of inaction is beginning to stack up. And that's really why this nexus, bringing it to the attention of the Ministers of Environment, is so critical, because they have the power in their hands to act. So Montreal Protocol, we've done a huge amount. We've got, of course, biodiversity where we can do more. And it's genuinely giving that trigger, that argumentation that's got economics as well as human health added to it.
Addressing the nexus between the environment and human health by delivering on environmental sustainability can provide a common platform for meeting many of the Sustainable Development Goals through multiplier effects that can accelerate and sustain progress across multiple goals. Investing in environmental sustainability can serve as an insurance policy for health and human well-being. It is important on efficiency grounds, but also for distributive justice and to address the ethical and legal obligations of states. Investing in environmental sustainability can serve as an insurance policy for health and human well-being. Experts have advised that addressing the link between the environment and health will be key to achieving the agenda for sustainable development. I'm Ayola Kasim, asking you to join us on another episode of Earthfile next week. In the meantime, our inbox, earthfile@channelstv.com, is available for your comments and questions. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.